Aquaman 54, Kelly Sue DeConnick writing, Robson Roca and Jesus Marino on the art. We have the Aquamecha, Mech Manta, rather. Mecha Manta, that's what we call it.
Yep.
Mecha Manta. Attacking the town, and we got Jackson trying to like escort people to safety.
Right.
Aquaman is getting his trident back. He's trying to help. Manta's trying to like, lure him inland so he'll be weaker and not have the same allies and strengths of the water and whatnot. Mira's not taking this standing down. A lot of the issue is
Volko's like, watch the child. She's like, I'm pregnant, not infirm. For whatever reason, I love that line.
And then we have a lot of flashbacks. Manta gets some flashbacks with his dad, sort of seeing how his relationship was with his father, and why he's such a hard ass and all that stuff.
So I read this, and as someone who has a difficult relationship with their father, I didn't find... Manta's dad reminded me of my stepdad. Like, there's love there, but he's got to teach you the lesson still. Like the whole thing about the money. And he's like, no, these aren't people's wishes, idiot. That's money. And if they leave it there, you take it. So, like, I looked at that and just go, well, he wasn't miscared for. Like, yeah, maybe the dad didn't have the gentlest of touches, but I wouldn't call his dad a bad dad based off of these.
Well, to be fair, the whole thing with Manta is that he does care about his dad because he cares that his dad was killed by Aquaman. So,
no, I know, but I also feel like the dad. I feel like here they're showing like, hey, wasn't his dad a jerk? And I'm reading it, going like, oh.
No, I get what Matt's saying. I think what people say, oh, he did care about his dad. I don't know necessarily. I think it's more just that it was still his dad, and Aquaman doesn't get to take that away from him, sort of thing. Even if his dad was a dick, which he doesn't seem to be that much of.
And I'm going here is like, well, no, the reason Black Manta's the reason he is because of his dad, and I get all of that. But seeing some of these here, I was like, no, these are kind of good life lessons, right? A little bit, like, not stuff that I would teach my kid.
Yeah, they're talk kind of harshly. And Black Manta himself is a dick, so it's showing that his dickinishness comes from his dad. Like, I feel like you're overthinking this almost in a weird way.
Whatever, it might be.
It's almost like you're looking for a reason that's kind of there on the surface, but you're going around in a weird like path to get to it.
Sure. I like those scenes with Manta and his dad, and I feel like the way that
Connor hated him. I can see it in his face. He's getting ready to tear these flashbacks apart because he's a negative piece of shit. Go on.
Wasn't a fan of most of this issue, unfortunately. Which this is the first issue of this run I think I've really disliked, which is a real shame. There's been things in various.
Come on, okay. You have to at least agree though. The guy turning into the Kraken-esque monster at the end to take on the mech was amazing.
Yes, no, I was about to get there. I was about to clarify the ending. Goddamn fantastic.
So
most of the rest of the issue, Mira stuff. Yeah, that's nice. Like her lines. That's cool.
Look,
I wasn't a fan of.
I will agree. It's one of the weaker issues of this run.
I still had a lot of fun reading it.
Yeah, I still like it was a solid time. Yeah.
Aquaman's trying his damnedest, despite the fact he's got sea gods on his side. Let's charge them up, would we, Arthur? Come on.
Well, I think one of the plot beats we have to point out here is that Black Manta does tell Jackson that Aquaman killed his father or Jackson's grandfather. So that's maybe this will put a seed of doubt in Jackson if he is following the right person. Yeah. Maybe it'll try give him some doubts for a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, but you want the Plunder or the King of Atlantis as a role model? I'll take this King of Atlantis, whether if he caused my grandfather's death or not. The grandfather I never met, mind you, and I didn't really know my dad either. So I don't know. I think Black Manta's overplaying his hand here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mind you, do you remember in the movie, Pete, if the ship was named Black Manta? Is that something new? The Black Manta's dad's ship. And that's where he takes the name from.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because I feel that's a John's thing.
Yeah.
And it would have popped up in the movie because it felt familiar, but I don't remember.
I don't recall that being in the movie. It was more just hey, this is what we do, right? This is what I did. This is what Dad did.
Right.
It was like a legacy name for him.
Gotcha. But no, I liked that showing up here. It's clear on the side of the boat.
It is, yeah.
You know, they're teaching a lesson about football, and whatnot. So, but no, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like you guys said, it is weak compared to what we've had out of Kelly Sue, but I still had a lot of fun reading it. Just Manta being diabolical with the town, you know, launching stuff.
You know, I mean, for having to tie into kind of what's going on with the Doom stuff, because it's, you know, Manta's got his big mech suit and whatnot. I think it does a decent job of it. I like the kind of the chaos of the town. What was interesting is that we had the annual last month that was set after this, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But like I generally enjoyed it, and I really liked the ending more than anything. And I thought the flashbacks were fine, if you know, not the most, you know, exciting thing in the world. So. You know, and the art is not bad. Obviously,
I don't think it's quite as good as it has been in this book. It was all right. You know, there's nothing that was glaringly wrong with it. I just don't think it was as strong as it has been.
I thought the action was particularly good. Anytime the Mecha Manta was firing his big blast or fighting the Kraken at the end, like all that stuff looked really good. So, you know,
I'm giving this an 8.
That's an 8. There you go, Connor.
5.
I'll give it a 7.5. I'll go a step lower. I can't quite call it great. I think it was solid. Really like the ending. I'm excited to see where it goes next.